5 years, the new generation's music will be, it'll have a synthesis of those two elements and some third thing. It'll be entire, maybe it'll be, they might rely heavily on electronics, tapes. I can kind of envision maybe
Hey everyone, it is time for another Gothika color contacts lens review. It was a hard choice between all of the options that they had. The thing is, I don't really have a particular look in mind for me to kind of gear towards one color compared to, you know, a different one. So I just kind of put a bunch of names in a hat, and well, not a hat, in a jar, and I just picked one. And the color that won were the Angelic Blue contact lenses. These contact lenses come from a website called Wolfie FX, and that is where you can buy body paint and other props and special effects kind of stuff. I mainly go on this site just for the color contacts because they're pretty easy, they're based in the US, and I just like them. Before I show you anything, I'm not going to assume you all watched my previous contact lens review, so I'm going to repeat the information that I've given because this is extremely important. Make sure when you're buying color contacts or any kind of contacts online that, for one, the website is legit, and two, that they have to require a prescription. They have to get into contact with your doctor at some point in order to sell you the contacts, because it is completely illegal to sell any medical device without a doctor's approval. If you don't have an original eye doctor, you can just go to any optometrist and go to a LensCrafters, and that's what I do. I just kind of go to the same one so they have all of my records on file. Make sure you keep your prescription because they do last a full year, so you have a full year to get whatever you want to get, and you know, you can keep getting your eyes. I mean, you're really supposed to keep getting your eye checks every year. Basically, moral of the story, don't buy if they don't ask. Now that that's out of the way, the the contacts came in a small package like this. Of course, I ripped off the label so you don't see all my stuff, but they send it first class USPS. I ordered my contact lenses last Monday, and then I got them a couple of days ago, so it took a full not even week. So they're really speedy once everything's processed and goes through. So waiting is not that grueling. What I completely forgot to mention in my previous review for the color contacts that I bought was the process. And I know this is something that many of you probably are curious about, because I was wondering how everything, you know, was gonna go down after and while you're purchasing these color contacts. And so my experience, of course, you go onto the website and you pick out your color contacts or whatever you want, and you put in your prescription. This is after you go to your doctor and you get your prescription and all of that stuff. So you put what your eyesight is for your left and your right eye, whether it's 0 if you don't need glasses at all, or whatever number you're blessed with. You put your information in for the shipping, billing, all of the standard things that you do when you buy things online, and then you basically place your order. After you place your order, you will receive another email within like maybe that hour or day or whatever, but very close to, you know, the time when you actually order your product. This email basically says like it's an urgent whatever, so you have to complete this or else, you know, the thing, your order can't be processed. This email lets you know that they need to get into contact with your doctor. This is after you paid for everything and, you know, whatever. And so they'll need verification for your prescription. They will leave you a link to click on, and it'll send you over to whatever to fill out so they can contact your doctor. When you click on that link, it will ask for your information again, and this is what you want to make sure that you're giving honest, you know, information, as in like your first and your last name, like put all the real stuff. I don't know how it works for you if you order things and you put like a different name if you don't want your business out there like that, or if you're sending it to whatever. I don't know what you do, but for your contact verification, make sure it's what your doctor has on file, so it's not any confusion and it won't delay, you know, anything that's going on. So when you put that information in, they'll ask for your doctor. Not every doctor is going to pop up when you type their name in or like when you search for it, So what I had to do, and what most of you probably will have to do, is manually put it in. So you'll click that button, and then you'll type whoever did your eyes, and you want to get their phone number of the place and fax. On the top of your prescription list with all of the information, there's a bunch of doctors' names, I guess whoever worked in that building, and they'll check off, you know, who actually wrote the prescription. So that's the name you put. Once that's done and you submit that information, it'll give a countdown of basically 10 hours or so. Like within that day or the next business day, they will contact your eye doctor just to verify that you actually have a prescription and that it's okay. That's why you want to make sure you give the fax number so they can send it easy. If you have any problems with this process, like if your doctor says no, or if there's like any issues, all it basically says is just to, like, you know, contact your doctor and ask them why or what's wrong, or if you're missing anything, or if you need to do anything. If you're unable to ever get in contact with your doctor, my thought would be like, okay, well, did you just take my money? Am I gonna get it back? And blah blah blah. They can't actually sell you anything without actually giving you the product, so that won't be an issue. But they're typically good with that, so as long as you get what you need to get done, then there's no problem. After they do their verification and all of that stuff, you'll receive another email saying that it went through and that, you know, your order is being processed, and they'll give you a tracking number, and then your stuff will come in within the next couple of days. And this is the cheapest, slowest shipping, so it comes really fast. So if you want to pay more to get it right away, I doubt that'll be an issue. My biggest waiting was just for everything to process and, you know, get verified, since I would order over the weekend and I have to wait for business days and all of that stuff. So when you open it, you'll get a little bubble wrap bag with a paper, contact case, and your contacts. I took them out already because I learned my lesson last time of having to open it, so like I popped off the metal stuff. Inside you'll get a paper. It'll tell you how to put your contacts in and take them out. You won't really need this because you would have went and got your, you know, eyes checked, and you would have got fitted for contacts anyway, so they would have showed you what to do, how to take it in, put it in and take it out, and you would have had practice that way. So this wouldn't be your first time doing it. This is just a reminder, so you'll be okay if you never wore contacts before, you know, and you're getting these for the first time. Besides that, you'll get a nice little white contact case. The thing about these, I don't like these at all. The problem that I have with these cases are that they're really small compared to the general cases that you get, and it's really shallow. When I received these new contacts, I wanted to check on the contacts that I recently bought, and I opened it and they were dried up, and I was pissed. I was just like, I didn't want to waste my money, and this was just like ridiculous. And I mean, part of it was on me because, you know, I didn't check on them and make sure nothing evaporated, nothing spilled out or whatever. But what I did was, of course, I, you know, cried on the inside about it, and then I poured contact solution in the case to rehydrate the contacts because I didn't move it. It was still in its shape and its form. So I just poured it in there in hopes of restoring it back to life, and I had my fingers crossed, and luckily for me it just rehydrated and it went back to normal. And I tried it on and nothing was ripped, nothing was broken, and that was just me being lucky. So I would suggest when you get these vials and you take your contacts in, to put it back in these vials, and you can fill it up, not to the top, but I think these will keep them hydrated a lot more, and then you're able to see the water level of the solution. So it was really risky, but I just was not having it, and I did not want to waste $100 on contact lenses to only use them for a review and nothing else. So I got lucky. Don't do that. Just be really gentle, be really mindful, and just, you know, don't forget about them. So this is what the vial looks like. It'll have the name somewhere printed along the vial and your prescription that my finger's covering, and the diameter and all of that lovely information. I still really like the rubber caps on this, and it seals it pretty good. So I mean, don't chuck it and like flail it around and, you know, throw it anywhere, but it keeps it pretty locked. And be sure to store it upright, as you should keep it in the vial. Make sure to store it upright and in a cool place so you don't cause any problems. Alright, all of the long talking is out of the way, so we will get to trying these on so you can see what they look like on my dark brown eyes if you have similar eyebrows. Scoots. So I never took my contacts out. I did wash my hands, and I'm just gonna store them in these rinky-dink containers until I get my original contact cases, so, you know, whatever. Okay. These are like really, really, really bright. They feel really comfortable. The difference that I see in these angelic blue contacts compared to the Black Wolf and the Lewis ones is that when I look down with the Black Wolf and the Lewis, I would see completely clear, like I wouldn't see the reflection of the colors or anything, but these, it doesn't matter where I look, I see blue. And it's really kind of like a dreamy, smoky, not smoky, like a light, puffy, powdery blue, like that I see. And I don't mind it because it's very calming, but it is pretty distracting, and I think the brighter the lights, the more it reflects, since it is a light color, and it's pretty like solid and opaque. So, if you find that like the color is really distracting, like the reflection from it, just, I don't know, you're better off looking for one that's like the pupil is more dilated than what you see here. So you might have to get a different design of contact or whatever. So whatever floats your boat. Like, they feel really, really comfortable. So if your eyes aren't irritated to begin with, like, it'll be just fine. The tip I will give, because like I've been putting contacts in for years and years and years, is that your contacts will really only irritate you if your eyes aren't moisturized enough. So like if you're putting your contacts in and it kind of feels like rocks are in there, or it just hurts, that means there's not enough anything, you know, in between the contacts and your eyes. So I like to pour a solution in the contact before I put it in, and you know, if it's still bothering me, I take it out and I put more, and you want to make sure your eyeballs are like really, really hydrated, and then you won't really feel it that much, because these, I honestly don't feel anything. The only thing is just that I see blue everywhere. I'm not sure which ones I like more though. I think the yellow ones fit my skin tone and everything much better, like if I were to just wear it as is. But I like these ones, they do stick out a lot. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. We'll see. Basically, this is what it looks like with fake light, like directly in your eyes. Let's see if I can turn it off. I feel like it looks like it's brighter. And that works. I'm gonna turn off my, oh, of course you can't see anything, stupid. Oh, alright, that's too bright. And, hold on. I have to let the color shift on this camera so it's not crazy. Make sure you focus. That's pretty much it. I like these contacts. I see perfectly fine because they're my prescription, and they're very comfortable. Again, if you have not watched my other review for the Black Wolf or the Lewis contact lenses, you can check it out. I will leave a link in the description below and on the end screen, so you can see more colors from Gothika contact lenses. So if you're interested in buying or purchasing, this is in no way, shape, or form sponsored or anything. I'm just sharing with you what I have, and you know, the future things that I'm gonna get. Hopefully this helps you out. There wasn't anything online or, you know, on YouTube of anyone reviewing these contact lenses, so yeah, hopefully this answers some of your questions if you have any. With that being said, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy my content and my channel, and you know, you want to support and say hello. Please don't be shy to stop by. I don't have anything planned for the next pair that I'm going to get. I do want to get the mesh ones because I do have a couple of looks in mind that I want to use that one for. But as for any other color, I was completely conflicted when I bought this, so I literally just like picked randomly. But if there's a shade that you would like to see for another review, please let me know in a comment below, and that might be the next one that I buy. Also, if you have any looks in mind that, you know, pop up into your brain that I can do with these color contact lenses or the Wolf/Lewis one, I kind of combine them because they're basically the same shade, so I mean, whatever. But if you have anything in mind, please let me know, and so I can do it. I will see you guys later. Please have a lovely, wonderful night, morning, evening, or afternoon, whenever, and yeah, until next time. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, I'm sorry.